Gentlemen, this is Pockington's game in this Sibir. He picked this up. Was it like how much did you put in to make this happen?
I only bought the $100 bundle for the 4,000 tokens, and I said if I don't get it here, that's it. So I ended
So,
up getting it on the last bundle.
oh my goodness, $100 you put into this.
The
Okay.
Emerald bundle costs like 150, so if I spent a little bit more, I could have just alright bought it, but
Mm-hmm.
I also kind of wanted to try to get Yamato Kai. I was going for both.
Okay. Okay. That's a huge risk. In my opinion, I would have just like if you're gonna put $100 in, I mean I don't know. It's
Yeah, well, I like taking
it's tough.
chances.
You clearly, and this time it worked out for you. So congrats. Okay. Um. So what's so special about the Sibir? I know it's got like this combat instructions, right?
It's basically a Kremlin and Navarin combination. So it's a Russian secondary
Okay.
battleship.
Okay.
The armor scheme is almost 1-to-1 to Kremlin's, except for the
Okay.
deck being 20 millimeters thinner.
All right.
So it is
Um.
very, very tanky as
And
a
it's got the
result.
right. And it's got the 357mm guns that you see on the Kremlin. I would
Yeah, the
imagine
457s, yep. They're the same
450. Sorry.
guns,
Yeah.
except they just don't get the Russian dispersion pattern. They
Okay.
get standard battleship dispersion.
All right. And then these are 130mm secondaries. All right. I'm curious. It looks like it's very much a Kremlin in terms of how it performs too. Parity circle and all that. Okay. All right, so it's a secondary focused one, and I know it's got the combat instructions. We can look at that when we get into the game because it doesn't show up here quite easily. So, let's start with the build, huh? Main armaments mod 1, damage control, secondary mod, propulsion, concealment, and then finally main battery. Now, this is a secondary boat. Why are you putting slot 1 and 6 into main batteries?
I haven't found the secondaries to get destroyed that easily, so
Okay.
I don't mind the main batteries staying alive longer in case because I've had him knocked out by torpedoes.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
and for the main battery, the main battery in slot 6 is specifically because of the combat instructions. The base
Got it.
reload is 33 seconds.
Okay.
And the combat instructions last 33 seconds.
Got it.
So
Okay.
if you take reload mod, you can squeeze in 2 salvos with combat instructions.
Okay. And we'll take a look at that in a few moments. So fine. And you can see here it's got DCP and it looks like it's got a repair party, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's you know the new American Destroyer line, how it has the toggleable smoke, it has a set duration for the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like
Oh,
that. So
okay.
you see on the screen that 68,000 HP. That's the maximum I can heal the entire game. And I can
Whereas,
toggle it whenever I want, and it's a 40-second cooldown whenever turning it off and turning it back on again.
okay. All right. So we'll get into that. For your captain, you went with Zemensky instead of Opizov, probably because it's a different build and your Kuznetsov
Yeah,
is
like
on.
this doesn't even fit my Navarin captain. Because with Navarin, you want to take the emergency repair specialist because Navarin has the consumable heal and DCP, which this one doesn't have either of those.
Yeah.
So the 4-point
Gotcha.
on here is kind of a waste except for the extra DCP duration.
Okay. Now that's a good point. That's a good point. And so I guess you could say IRR is also a waste.
Yeah,
Okay.
all IR would do is reduce the cooldown on the heal, but it's already 40 seconds
Yeah.
when you turn it
Okay.
off.
All right. So you've
You
got
don't
some
get an extra heal. You don't get any extra duration. There's no way to increase the amount of duration there is.
Okay.
Like, not
So-
even the consumables mod in slot 5 does it.
Right. Right. Yeah, because this is really that's interesting because it does okay, whatever. So as far as skills are concerned, you've got the buffed emergency repair specialist. This is to get your DCP back quicker because it doesn't impact your repair party, like you were just saying, right?
Unlike the other DCPs, this is an American DCP. It lasts a full 20 seconds. So I was actually considering putting the coal upgrade there.
Oh yeah, I did.
Slot one.
Okay, hell yeah, I would. So the problem with that is then you're also tempted to go for emergency repair expert to synergize it all, but that's kind of a waste. However, the nice thing about that is then this applies to Navarre and like you were saying, and some of the other battleships too. Huh. All right, so emergency repair specialist, the buff grease the gears. Does this have the really good Kremlin main battery turret traverse? It looks like it does.
Yes,
Okay.
it does. I just feel like
Okay.
taking it because the game recommends brisk, but
And not in operations.
I don't really think like brisk is necessary, so I just took
Yeah.
the main battery charge reverse
I mean,
to
I would
counteract
rather
the nerf from the main battery slot 3
from slot
or main battery
6.
mod 3.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I would value vigilance above brisk in a Kremlin, frankly. But anyway. Okay, and then you've got the secondary range, manual secondaries, adrenaline rush, concealment, and fire prevention. So it's an operation, and this is a specific build. I might consider taking concealment off to free up
Well,
other
like
things, like
even though I
Furious.
mainly play operations, I still like having my builds being random battle ready.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
And the off chance I do go into randoms with it.
You would not take concealment over the extra deep CP. Well, the problem is, besides, like, so there's 4 things that emergency repair expert does, and only one of those 4 applies. So I can understand why Pockington didn't take that one. Flagship HP, heal boosting, and secondaries, of course. That makes sense.
Yeah, the health boosting and the Charlie Kilo are the only ways you can increase the amount of HP you get from the heal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is he built this specifically for this boat. He has a different build for like the Navar and other ships. That's the thing.
Yeah, I basically have 3 Russian battleship captains now. I have one for normal standard, one standard but secondary, and now no Sibir.
Yeah, I mean, concealment on a secondary battleship isn't really that necessary, but if you're putting it on a standard battleship as well, then that comes in handy. So that's the problem you run into. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you might consider removing concealment for other tanky things. Basic survivability, for example, or vigilance, and another 2-pointer. I don't know. Anyway, combat instructions. So let's see. It's up for 33 seconds. So like you said, with slot 6 being reload, essentially main battery shell dispersion is better by 20% per third. So if you use this and fire exactly at the same time, then you have the reload available for the next one, right?
And that is why I run concealment. So if the odd chance I can disengage easier and heal off and like try to pick my fights if I have to disengage.
Yeah, I mean, that's the standard reason why you value concealment. Personally, when I play secondary boats, it's pretty much all in. So, and then let's see, fill combat instructions bar by receiving potential damage, hitting secondary hits. Okay. You put Fearless Brawler on your Kitakaze. You can do that.
Here I could use my rear turret on that Kita, but I want to build the combat instructions for the cruisers that are going to spawn in the back.
Okay.
So I'm intentionally just letting my secondaries get hits to charge it up.
Sure. Now, with it being a secondary battleship, and secondary hits charging this up, another way to look at slot 6 is if you go for auxiliary mod, your funny button is charged up quicker, in theory.
It does get the reload below 2 seconds. It does. And here, I was hesitant to shoot at this point now because it wouldn't be too long before the Yoshino spawned in.
You would have taken a full,
and so this was like
random
a gamble.
flood. Yeah, that was a big gamble. So you're looking to go murderize the Yoshino. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. That one's gonna sit still? Right. Okay, so you're gonna scope in on him, but oh, you don't have the vision. You're too far away from him.
This basically turns it into like 1 or at least 2 with my build, Slava salvos.
Right. Okay, there's the funny button. Shooting. Okay, so your 28-second reload. Wow. Okay, 48,000 damage, triple citadel. And like you said, it's active in time if you can get the next salvo off. Okay.
That one I had to take the blind fire
Nice.
shot because he was going dark.
Вражеский крейсер
Well, yeah, and you were
потоплен.
already set up for it, so you might as well. Nice kill.
Пожарная тревога.
Oh, look, you have a sub in the game. All right.
Yeah, I've been
combat
seeing subs from like
instructions.
every other game.
Sure. Oh my
And I
god.
totally don't try to steal their damage.
Well, I would, yeah, I mean, probably go to the other Zuma next.
Yeah, like, I don't... For these specifically, once one is a half health, I try to switch to the other one. So I can try to maximize damage output, because there's always the potential for a death strike.
Sure. Although I'm not sure why you're not turning your boat here so you can get your rear turret in.
Here, I was kind of planning keeping the rear turret for the data Zuma in case it didn't die.
Okay. 5 citadels on that one is insane.
Yeah,
Now-
man, this wasn't even my highest damage game in the Sibir so far. You saw that screenshot. I feel like this one is just more of a nicer one to watch.
Okay.
I mean, it's honestly more fitting because had I submitted the other one, it would have been almost
Yeah.
identical to the Jinan one you watched, but
Okay.
just in a Sibir instead of a
Yeah.
Jinan.
Huh.
Because I pretty much took that same path he took.
Okay. Alright, well, there's the Yoshi, so obviously you're gonna use your funny button on him. Are you gonna wait for him to turn? Probably be a good idea. Unfortunately for you, he is turning. Scope in. I'd be scoped in and ready to go for as soon as he... Looks like he
I think here I
stopped his
was. I
turn.
think here I was tabbed on my other monitor. I tend to do that a lot. Because I did. This was while I was trying to grind the basics
Nice.
for this week's dockyard mission.
Ah.
So
Потоплен.
this was like my 12th game in a row. So I was like, this was getting mind numbing.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. Now you haven't started healing yet. Why?
The healing circle is going to be appearing soon.
Okay, so in this operation, there are 2 aircraft carriers that spawn, and they do have a healing circle. So you're planning on using the heal instead of, from that, instead of this heal down here.
Yeah, and
There
here I
they are
just took
right
a blind
there.
shot with the rest of my combat instructions because
You might as well. Okay. So
Yeah,
this
I'm
also
surprised
helps
I
you
managed to
reload
hit it.
too.
The only part now that worries me is the Kitakaze and the Haru that spawn to my, I guess, right side.
Okay.
So basically in front of me. That's the only thing that worries me here. Because they hurt. Even though they don't pen, they set a lot of damn fires.
I'm sure they do.
Also, thankfully for there being a super ship in this match, all their health is also boosted.
Hmm. That's true. We didn't look at the lineups here, but the Patrie basically ensures that you get the most damage to farm.
I think the gearing got torqued by the Hirugumas at the start, and the Sherman kind of got too close to the sun at the very start as well. Now I'm just waiting for the Kitakaze Hiruguma to show up. Wait, for some
wonder if-
reason, Wargaming advertises the ship has improved secondary range, but really it's only like 0.1. Because you have 11.6 kilometer secondary range on this. And I think other tier 10s at this tier is like 11.5.
Okay.
Or it might be 11.3, I don't remember.
Okay. So now you're starting to heal. You're just worried about the Kita and Harugumo?
Oh, you are going robot mode on Discord.
Am I? Huh. Weird. Did I just go robot to the rest of you guys in chat?
It didn't sound like you did on stream. It just sounded like it was on Discord.
Okay. So I was just asking, you started using your heal. Was that just so that... because you
Is
were
the heal,
concerned?
the fire.
Yeah.
I didn't want to... Because now the other ships that spawned in the bay have spawned in. So I was worried they're going to start shooting at me.
Gotcha. Okay. Discord having issues again? When
And
did,
at this
when
point,
did they
I was
not?
reversing because I was worried about the remote torpedo in my direction.
Sure. Well, fortunately, you've got the carriers in front of you. You can kind of hide behind.
Неполадки устранены.
And even though I play this so much, the toggle here, I always just struggle shooting at it because it just seems to randomly decide to throttle juke.
Well, and I think he's faster than a standard Otago too.
Because I've noticed it randomly speeds up and speeds out with like no indicator of what it's going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
And here again is another moment where I'm just like looking at my phone. I'm just, like yeah, this was a 12th match in a row. It was getting mind numbing.
I'll bet. Oh, HE in the barrels.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had HE from the Hirogumo.
I mean, it's just as well because the Otago decided to ram the Clausewitz. I don't think I've ever seen it do that before.
That was the first time I've seen it happen as well.
Also, rip your funny button. You're like, damn it. I would shoot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're adjusting. Good. Okay. Oh, who turned the lights on?
And I honestly hate the Yoshinos in operations.
Yeah.
I hate dealing with them.
They are frustrating to deal with for sure.
They hit hard, and then when you least expect it, there's a torp in your face because they're running the 20 kilometers.
Oh, just behind.
This is what I mean. Like I don't think I'll ever figure out the lead on that damn toggle.
Yoshino and Aegis far better.
Hey, Yoshinos and Aegis are great because they just broadside. They don't ever maneuver. But
Right.
here, they're always turning. Like I swear, in this one, they always have their rudder hard tilt in one direction.
Yeah. You're getting trolled so hard by this thing.
And then just to rub it in, the torp's incoming.
It's too funny.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember if I dodged one of these. I think one of these I do take.
That is too hilarious.
And no one else is shooting the damn Otago either.
I know, I can't believe it.
The tree Schlieben? Nope, no more shooting at him.
I mean, the sub went down there, so at least the sub is gonna try to shotgun him.
The sub failed, and that was at that time someone actually shot at him. That was like the first time I saw any other tracer that wasn't mine go after it.
I wonder if there's a bug with citadels where damage is halved. Haven't heard. Look at you shooting at targets that ram. Like this, what the heck is this? I don't think I've ever seen a game like this where two ships ram into each other.
Неполадки устранены.
Like enemies. Like I get that, you know, teammates all the freaking time, but
Слева по борту.
wow.
And of course, as soon as I speed up, torps get spotted again. So it's like, oh, I'm fine here. So yeah, I thought I was fine here. And then I remember that the Yoshino has
Победы прямо по курсу.
2 racks per side, and in a moment the other one shows up, and I cannot speed up or get out of the way in time. Yep, there they are.
Well, that's because you're being a secondary battleship and just farming the heel.
Yeah, I was trying to farm the heal to try to save my heal as much as longer, and then I just had to end up using it here.
Well, and not only
So it
that,
just
but
backfired on me.
you also derp forward out of the heal. It's like the worst situation you could get yourself in.
And I'm slow to piece of the flood,
Yep.
so it's gonna take forever to get into reverse.
Yep, exactly. So you would have been better off just reversing and taking the torp and being done with it. Also, I want to note, vigilance might have helped you there. Same.
Probably.
Yeah, it starts to tell you that's how it is, right? You want a specific op, and because they're all random, you just get whatever.
I
It's
do
also
miss
got
the days of being able to pick what you wanted to play on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have the op of the week and it rotates and stuff. Those were nice.
That is something I miss from the older operations before they just allowed any tier. Was
Неполадки
the
устранены.
rotational op of the week. Yeah, I just try to sneak in more healing, but something I've recently discovered about Cherry Blossom is that heal goes away at like around the 4-minute mark. Like, as soon as the 5-minute mark hits 4 minutes, it seems to disappear.
Hmm.
I've
You talking
noticed
about
that
the-
recently from how
you
many
talking
times I've ended up on Cherry Blossom.
Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Get out there, sailor.
I was like, well, this is the health I got, and that's gotta work with it.
Mm-hmm. That's alright, you got the funny button. 469,000 giggity damage, but it's growing.
Торпеда
Yeah, I
прямо по
was
курсу.
holding to get a broadside shot on one of the cruisers.
Nice.
Крейсер врага потоплен.
The Otago is
5
still...
минут до
He
конца.
even turned around.
Yeah, it turns out that Otago turns around whenever you don't kill him in time. He just
I know, it's just funny. It's...
he
I'm
runs
still
away and then it
here.
says, and then he says, you know what? I'm gonna fight. It just taunts you.
Вражеский крейсер уничтожен.
He just, at higher tiers, it takes reduced damage, so it's even harder to kill than a usual Otago.
Right? So now I have no idea. Anybody know that? Does the Blast of the Past work with the Naval Battles mode? Since it's PvP? You love the rotation of the ops, getting together with mates to max start. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And rip the sub finally. You got 4 minutes to finish the level.
Yeah, take out both aerodromes.
You take out both aerodromes, and I mean,
And I
the
think that
Otago
RP
is...
model points out in chat, like, wow, we did great, but we're gonna lose.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, like, the Otago is just 1 star. At this point, I would forget about it. Like, go for the win, you know? And this is an example of where, like, the funny button, and we often talk about dispersion and sigma and all that kind of stuff. Here's an example where the funny button works against you, right? Because the Otago is moving so much faster and is so difficult to hit at that long range that you're not able
Discord
to
did a thing
really...
again.
Huh? You're not really able to get to land the hits you need on the Otago because of that. I'd
have
aim
not
farther forward
understood
there.
anything you have heard in the past few seconds because
Oh,
over
the
Discord,
Discord
is just
thing?
making you a robot. I can hear you on stream, but not on Discord.
Alright, weird. Rip your Patrie. Oh my god, the Midway actually killed the Clausewitz. That's funny. Welcome back, Gaelic.
This is the point where I decided, screw the Otago, the aerodromes need to go.
Well,
So I just let my secondaries
yeah.
on it.
Absolutely. You just have to worry about this Harugumo that might get a torp on you or something.
And which is why I didn't want to turn this way, but I have to because of the Harugumo.
Yeah.
And I don't want to DCP because I swear if I DCP, I'm just going to get permanent double fire on me and that's going to be game.
Or double like torped or something. Like a random torpedo's just gonna show up now. That always happens to me. Need HE for the airfield? Really?
Yeah, I did load HA.
Yeah.
Неполадки устранены.
But you're at the, yeah, there you go. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go.
Also, here I was hoping my secondaries would shoot the aerodrome instead of the damn A defenses.
Yeah.
And they seem, even though I had it selected as aerodrome, they seem to just shooting whatever they want to shoot at.
Secondary's gonna secondary. Now that's in Azuma, so you don't have to worry about torpedoes from him.
Yeah, but his guns still hurt.
Of course they still hurt. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to worry so much about, like, showing side to him and stuff, because you're not... Now that you're on fire, you have to worry about it.
At this point, I was just gunning on killing the aerodromes in time since there was both low health from the secondaries and the main gunfire.
And you secured the victory. Right, exactly, SAT. So the secondaries that were shooting at whatever just didn't have an angle. 747 secondary hits. Almost 747,000 credits. See what I did there? 636,000 damage is quite sexy. What'd you get here? High major contribution. Gee, I wonder. And assistant.
That was my third major contribution of the gaming session I was on. This ship gets them like crazy.
I can imagine, sure.
Like my past 4 major contributions have been in the Sibir, and I think that's the most I've ever gotten in one ship.
Okay, well, pretty awesome game either way.
I haven't tried the ship out yet in randoms, but I imagine it's a menace in randoms.
I would think so. I would absolutely think so. The AP and the Citadels, I mean, geez, 22 Citadels?
They're still Kremlin guns after all.
Right, exactly. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Hey, SF. All right, well, Pock, thank you for sending it in. The replay render tool is broken, so we're going to move on to the next replay, our last one of the day.